could be spying on you. And at least one automaker is sharing that information with insurance companies. I'm George Estevez in for Justin Farmer.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Linda Stouffer. A Henry County woman learned it was happening to her when her insurance bills skyrocketed, and now she's warning others about the issue. New at 6, Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray is live with how you can find out if your data has also been shared. Justin.
Yeah, Linda, Tanika Clay requested her LexisNexis consumer file. This is it. More than 200 pages, most of it from General Motors data about her driving from the onboard computer in her car. So this is it.
This is it.
Hundreds of pages.
Hundreds of pages. This is my LexisNexis consumer disclosure report. I'm appalled.
Hundreds of pages of data on Tanika Clay's LexisNexis credit report from her Chevy Camaro.
Connecting to OnStar.
She's learned the OnStar system is tracking things like acceleration events, high-speed events, and hard brake events. And GM shared 603 of those entries with data brokers.
OnStar app, you're thinking safety and if it gets stolen, but certainly not spying on me and sending information to the insurance companies.
It's the exact same scenario described in this proposed class action lawsuit filed just one day after Clay received her LexisNexis report this month. Clay requested the report because her insurance had gone up 80%, and when she tried to shop around, an insurance broker sent a denial letter and suggested she check her LexisNexis records to see why.
All this means I'm a bad insurance risk and hike my premiums.
Your cars, essentially turning into a computer and collecting data on you as you drive.
Michael Brooks is executive director of the Center for Auto Safety and says technology is ahead of the law here.
Right now, there are no federal laws requiring that automakers have privacy protections for their owners or cybersecurity protections on their vehicles.
After the lawsuit became public, GM announced it is severing ties with 2 data brokers, telling us in a statement, quote, as of March 20th, OnStar Smart Driver customer data is no longer being shared with LexisNexis or Versic. Customer trust is a priority for us, and we are actively evaluating our privacy processes and policies. Anyone can do what Clay did. Request their LexisNexis consumer disclosure report under the Fair Credit Reporting Act.
Never did I imagine that it would be spying on us and sending information about driving habits. That's just unbelievable.
Now, we also reached out to LexisNexis, who tells us in a statement, quote, telematics-based insurance programs can be extremely valuable in helping consumers improve their driving and lower risk. We utilize various channels for consumers to request a copy of their LexisNexis consumer disclosure report and to dispute any data on that report that the consumer feels is inaccurate. And it's not just GM sharing data. In fact, LexisNexis in a 2020 press release said that more than 10 million cars they're getting data from, and they have contracts with 5 of the 10 top insurance companies. Again, you can request a copy of your LexisNexis consumer report free of charge and see if your data is being collected. Reporting live in Midtown, Joe.
What we did during COVID could usher in our version of a social credit system.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah, that's highly probable.
And that it will be accepted by many people because, again, that yearning for safety.
They won't notice it. Yeah. You can't believe how much people don't know these things. It's like, well, why not have a digital passport? How convenient. It's like, fair enough, and you can understand that. Wouldn't it be nice if we could pay for everything with our phones? It's like, wouldn't it be nice if the central government knows exactly what you spend on everything so they can target you tax-wise with precision? It's like, oh, didn't think about that. It's like, yeah. When you go through airports now, there's a lot of automated barriers. You show your passport. It's like, well, these are automated barriers. What if you can't go through them? Well, that's the situation for many people in China. It's like, what are you going to do? You're going to argue with the machine? Like, you just cannot imagine how screwed you are.
Do you think
that's what they have in China. In China, they have a centralized currency, a digital currency, and they're trying to push for that in America. And if they have a centralized digital currency, which means the government has access to turning on or off your ability to spend money. So, like, say if you tweet something that you don't like, this decision about Roe v. Wade and fuck the government and fuck these old Supreme Court people, they'll stop your ability to fly.
Sure.
Sure.
That's scary because that's how you engineer social behavior. You can engineer it with a social credit score system.
Right.
And it will 100% be engineered towards maintaining profits for whoever.
Someone somewhere.
Whatever that's unfavorable.
What in her arm?
I put a microchip in my arm, and it's the best thing ever. This chip is a powerhouse. It's got everything I need. My credit card, my ID, my medical info, and even my keys. And when it's time for groceries, you just tap your wrist and bam! Transaction done. It's like magic. In a medical emergency, it can save my life. Experts can easily identify me and my medical history. I feel like a sci-fi character, and I'm loving it. This amazing chip is totally free. That's right, no more digging into your pockets. And the best part, the surgery is quick. They'll give you a cookie afterwards.
It says in the book of Revelation that the Antichrist, who's going to take rule over the entire world, he's going to require that everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on their right hand or on their forehead, and no one is going to be able to buy or sell anything without that mark. I'm not saying that this is the mark, but what I am saying is this is getting casually close to what we're seeing in Revelation. If you agree, type amen in the comments.
Okay, shalom, kwam yasha'Allah, koholoyim la, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Hashem kahakadash, double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwap that's out here sincerely, keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yah Hanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. One of the last major prophecies of the scriptures is the mark of the beauty and the beast. Now, this guy right here, he mentioned Antichrist, but the scriptures talks about multiple Antichrists, plural. Anybody that doesn't believe in the Mashiach, or they say Christ or Messiah or the Anointed One, his name is Yahushai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus. If you just one of those people that don't believe that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites, you don't believe that, he's only coming for the children of Israel. Anything that you don't believe about what the scripture says and you just trying to sum it up to make it seem as if, no, that's your interpretation, but I know the Lord is coming for everyone. No, you're an Antichrist. If you don't believe in Yahushua, you don't believe in his sayings or what he said, you don't believe in the scriptures, you're an Antichrist. So it's not just this one person that's coming along, which is what Esau has pushed out here. But now I wanted to focus on this first, because how I ended up doing this lesson was this very first video of this lady right here.
Your car could be spying on you.
I seen this one. Your car could be spying on you. And that's what these newer vehicles. I love the newer vehicles. I'm not going to front. They got some great technology in them. Them shits is dope. They got you can damn near live out of some of these cars. Or if you got one of those bigger trucks, you can, if you're on a dolo, you kind of like a single person, you wouldn't even really need a house. If you were smart about it. Shit, you can get a gym membership, go take showers and shit at, work out. And the rest you can do right from there from a Sierra or fucking one of these trucks or one of these vans or something like, man, you can live out of one of them things, man. Comfortably, too. They got all the plug-ins. You know what I'm saying? You can have a damn refrigerator. Hook up you could, if you a man for sure on a dolo, man, you can live out of one of them things. So I'm not going to front like they don't have good technology. But what I will say is I like older vehicles. I like to keep an older vehicle that doesn't have all that shit in there. Because she said her insurance went up 80%. So if she was spending, and for that car, anyway, we already know. It depends on what state she's in. I know in the state that I'm in, if you was driving a car like that, insurance will easily hit you over the head for about $500 to $600 a month. Easy. $700. Probably a little bit more, depends. So if it went up 80%, that's almost 100%. That would have meant that her shit would have doubled. But the point of it is they're collecting the data. They know where you are. They're zeroing in on everything that you're doing. And you best believe you're mic'd up. When you say hot mic, you got those videos where it's like a nigga was saying something, he didn't know the mic was still on. They listening in on everything that you're saying in them vehicles. Sometimes, Siri will pop up. I noticed I'm not using the iPhone right now. But with the iPhone, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, Siri fucking search something out just by a mishap of what they thinking of that I might be saying. So don't think that these cars is not listening in on your conversations. Especially you hooking your phone in. They know when you're texting. They know when you're, whatever. You are better off not hooking nothing up to those cars. Don't hook your phone up to those cars. Put your regular Bluetooth in your ear, if that's the case. And I noticed that with where I'm at right now. I done a lesson on it last week. And the scriptures talks about, well, this Edomite, I'll put it this way. This Edomite, the so-called white man at the job, he called me. And he was just like, fair, FYI for your information. I wanted to let you know that, they turned on the systems and the company vehicles and they're tracking. I said, oh, okay. He named it. He named the system that they was using. So when I went on the tube, like I'm on YouTube right now, I put the system in to see what it was doing. And when I tell you, hey, they know what lane you're in. They know how fast you're going. They know what kind of brake pressure you're applying. They know when you're speeding up, when you're slowing down. They know when you're stopping somewhere. They know when you're at a light. They know if you done pulled up and walk into your house, whatever. So they know these things. But the whole overall aspect of it is what's it leading all up to? What this guy just said. And it's crazy that you got people like us out here, they know what's up. Some of these Edomites, they know what's up. But you got camps, Israelite camps that are Hebrew Israelites teaching that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are Israelites. And they not going off into this Beauty and the Beast, man. This mark of the Beauty and the Beast. So let's go off into what he was quoting. Because when I first seen the video of the lady, I'm like, well, damn, I knew it. But see that, you didn't see no man in the video. You didn't see her husband. Her husband should have been appalled. He should have been the one on the news throwing a big ass book of paperwork out there. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Had she had a man, average dude, they know what's up with these cars already. It don't take no rocket scientist to know that all that shit is being tracked. They know what you're doing. They know if you have an accident, they already know you was on the phone texting or whatever the case may be. They know. Now they got the cars where they want to put the shit, the breathalyzers in them. You know what I'm saying? Where the car won't even start if they smell damn Listerine on your breath. Cause see that AI shit is not, or this computerized stuff. It's not human adapted like that. But they got breathalyzers where, and that's what Joe Biden said too. He wanted, matter of fact, I probably can find that. I'm gonna see. Let me read what this guy was reading real quick though, because this is all of what it's boiling down to. Revelation 13, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to do anything out here, man, unless you take what he wants you to take. And see, they've been pushing this, easiness. It's convenient. When they use buzzwords like, making your life better, you don't have to worry. And in the meanwhile, they tracking and then you got people that's stupid as hell to be like, well, if you're not doing nothing wrong, what are you worried about? Well, you don't want these people having total control over whether or not you can buy a damn hamburger or not. Like, goddamn. You trying to go into the supermarket and everything is automated. You see what Joe Rogan said? He was talking about the airports, everything automated. Who you going with? You going to kick the machine? Some damn robot roll in and hit your ass with a taser? Because they even using the robots now. So everything is turning digital. Everything is going to a point of there's not going to be no cash out here no more. People don't really use cash like that. Only people that you see with cash like that, man, is some dumbass nigga in a rap video. That's it. People not out here, man, using cash like that no more. People walking up to systems and flashing their phone, or they're breaking out their their debit card and they're hitting it with the tap pay. That's pretty much overall it. So now next stage, and we're already at a point of the damn dollar falling. You got people that's in these Walmarts. You go to a Walmart, they got 30 fucking lanes. Only 2 of them open. Everybody in the self-checkout. They basically, and they got a class action lawsuit as far as like if you going off into the stores and you weighing something, say if you go, you getting a cabbage, or if you're getting tomatoes, or if you're getting something that you have to weigh, the damn scales are off and they overcharging people. They got videos where you have to check your receipts, double check, triple check your receipts to see if what you're being charged the right price. Walmart getting over. But that's all that self-checkout shit. And people that have gotten used to it. So before it was just like people wasn't really, it's just like anything new. It starts off slow. Then it gradually picks up. And then it's at a point where now it's going to be like, well, you don't have no choice because that's all we have. No, we don't take cash no more. And you can see with COVID-19, you see that's what the lady was asking in that, I think the second video that was played. She was asking about, do you think, with COVID-19, that things have changed? And that's when that so-called white guy was going off into like, hey, man, shit. They're basically, this is what Esau does, though. They call it pre-programming, predictive programming, where they show you shit over and over and over again. You get used to it, especially with the newer generation. You know what I'm saying? It's just, if that's all that they've grown up in. They're not worried about no older people, man. They're not worried about none of the older generation, the last generation, the generation before that. They are pinpointed on your children. That's the reason why all this doctrination of motherfuckers has got, drag queens and reading books at libraries and, all this that they don't want to teach, critical race theory and DEI and all this other stuff. They getting rid of all that. They're programming the new generation of children to only believe in what he wants them to believe. But the Lord is going to cut all that off, man. He's going to shut all that shit down, man. And then, it kind of reminded me of, I didn't go into it. I didn't want to get a copyright. But it reminded me of the iRobot scene. Let me see if I can pull up that iRobot scene. The motorcycle scene with Will Smith. Right here. And I don't want to play it. Salakia. But there was a scene where, he didn't want to have none of that new technology shit. He had an old ass motorcycle in a garage. Which was smart. Because even with a car, you know what I'm saying? You can get kind of blocked in. With a motorcycle, you can kind of ease down through some shit. Pop a wheelie on the damn sidewalk on that bitch if you need to, but it was that scene that because the lady, and she was scared as shit, because you can see right here. This is the, the part where the lady, she was scared as shit. Because she was like, you gotta, she couldn't believe that he had some gas powered. It wasn't even anything, I don't think gas powered in this movie at that particular time. But see, you remember he had the robotic arm and shit. Hey, this movie was ahead of its time. But I'm not going to play any of it. I don't want to, hey, there's some new shit right here. 4 months ago. See, they come in all this shit right here. Maybe I can play this one. Let's see. Shit, they got them motherfuckers playing goddamn tennis and all kinds of shit. I ain't even see that. This was 7 months ago. Well, shit, let's play this one. Let's see. I don't know about that. That shit don't even look real. That might be some real shit, though. I think I seen this one, though. It's 4 months ago. I don't even think that's real. That kind of looked like a real chick. Acting like a damn robot. Let's see this one. Hey, man. Hey, but this is the world this is what it's all boiling down to, man. It's all coming down to some robotic AI, digital shit. This man wants to integrate people with computers, man. And so by doing so, he's able to track you. He's able to turn you on. He's able to turn you off. You see? I'm telling you. Oh, matter of fact, that's what I wanted to look up. Let me see. I think it was Joe Biden. I'm just gonna put in Joe Biden wants cars. I'm just gonna put in turn off technology or something. Kill switching cars under Biden plan. That was a year ago. I remember that. Matter of fact, let's play this from right here and I can end out there. But hey, just know what it's all coming down to.
Okay, here we go.
More than a year after President Biden signed his $1 trillion infrastructure deal into law, it's making waves again on social media.
I just found something super interesting that you should probably know about.
And also, why you think he's trying to get rid of the gas stoves and stuff? All the gas stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know, they be talking about climate change and all this other stuff. But in reality, you know, it's all, they want everything into a computer bank, a computer system. Oh, you've cooked enough this week. Your stove shouldn't be on no more than in 30 minutes, whatever the case may be. See, that's why, you know, I pulled up the social credit score with China. They can easily say, you know, well, you know, you've eaten a bag of Cheetos today. You can't have another bag. You know, you've eaten 1 apple, 2 apples. You can't have another apple for the rest of the week. They can do shit like that. Because they want everything. You got all these smart houses, smart locks, smart refrigerators, smart stoves. You can turn on your washer and dryers and shit while you're out and about. All that type of stuff right there is all leading up to one thing, man. You know, Esau Edom having control, total control over everything and everybody. So he wants that in you. It's no coincidence that, you know, Elon Musk is out here with the Neuralink, man. It's not, and you think that Elon, hey, look, that bullshit Elon Musk doing, man. You best believe, man, Esau got some shit. What, the army, the military of Esau, man, that shit Elon Musk got, man, ain't nothing compared to what that military got and been playing with, man. Come on, bro. Anyway, let's get some more of this.
TikTok video with more than 100,000 likes says the bill, which allocated funding for everything from roads and bridges to high-speed internet, has a hidden provision that will impact all cars made after 2026.
Buried in Biden's infrastructure bill is a mandatory backdoor kill switch for your car.
Other posts claim this feature will give police and government authorities the ability to remotely shut off your car. But is that true? Let's verify. Our sources are the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, and Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Claims that the Biden administration's infrastructure bill requires remote kill switches that are accessible by police are misleading. Verify read through the text of the bill, and it doesn't include any language about a kill switch. What it does include is a provision that requires the development of technology that can prevent or limit vehicle operation if a person is drunk or otherwise impaired. But it's not a remotely operated kill switch that police can use to shut off someone's car. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
See, that's some bullshit because they can, though. And it's something that they had here in Michigan. I seen a while back. Let me see. That shit was crazy, though. I don't even know what to call it. Let's see. I don't even know what to even fucking call it. Salakia. Shit, I can't find it. But it was some. It was like a gun that they shoot an electronic device out, and it hits the car, and it basically electrifies the car and shut the car down. It was something weird. I remember seeing it, but anyway, you get the point of what I'm trying to say here, man. Hey, be on the lookout, man, because we're definitely in the last of days. This shit that this guy want to do with the car, your stove, your refrigerator, your washing and dryer and all this shit, he want to do you that way too. He wants to be able to shut your ass down. He wants to be able to know where you're walking and talking, how long you've been in the bathroom, how long you've been in the shower. They can say, well, you've been, well, you know, you've used up your allotted amount of water for this week. You can't shower anymore. You know, you've been in there, 30 minutes when your allotted time was 10. If you do it again, they send out an alert. You do it again. Hey, this man is crazy like that. Esau Edom is a cunning hunter. It's not going to be a problem for him to track you. He's done with wanting to hunt anymore. The thrill of the hunt is even though they still going to have to try and come and get you somewhere. They're using robotic dogs, robotic shit to, do arrests and shit now. Hey, you better know what time periods we're in, man. We're living in the last days, man. And there's a scripture that talks about being not ignorant in any matter, whether great or small. So that's why when I seen that video of this lady, I'm like, well, damn, it's not surprising because they hit her ass over the head with that 80% extra.
Your car could be spying on you.
See? What do you think's next? You don't think if your car's spying on you, your phone been spying on you. They know what videos you're watching. They know what social media sites you have and what you're on. They know what responses you're giving. Hell, you got Amazon. Hell, they got them new trucks, man. They look crazy as hell. Matter of fact, them bitches look like a scene out of iRobot. They can tell if you're yarning. Look at your eyes and see if you how late you might have stayed up last night. Is he, all that shit, man. So you have to realize this is the so-called white man. This is the world that he wants for you. He wants to perpetually enslave you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, especially you Israelites. He definitely wants to do that at the expense of his own people. But let me get that Revelation. Let's go to chapter 14. Because here's the punishment for if you allow this man to put something in you. You just running up like, oh, man, I can't take it no more. I want to eat. What do I have to do? You don't want to be dealing with this man, man. You want to be repenting to Yahweh in the name of his son, Yahweh Shai, and dependent upon the Father and the Son, man, in the last days. Don't let this man trick you into coming to get no shit embedded in you, man, to eat some of these GMO foods that's not giving you no nutrients anyway. Don't do it. Revelations 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of his holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Your ass is going to be through, finished, torched. Then you go up into chapter 16. It talks about those gruesome sores. Verse 2, Revelation 16:2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship the image. So if you go and take anything that this man, you let that man put something in you. You see what's going on with these people that went out and rolled their sleeves up. I ain't gonna even get off into that much, but you see. There's been plenty of articles that's been coming out on what really happened. Do your own research. But you let this man just think about this man putting a fucking a computer in your ass, and it's enough just holding on to these phones all day. I can remember back a few years back, and they was doing some little data and stuff like that where they was talking about the women that was putting their cell phones in their bra, just kind of having it up against their breast, and it was causing that cancer. They was talking about men having it, phones in their front pockets or in their back pockets, you know what I'm saying, causing that cancer to your testicles, man. So I seen a brother the other night. He had done a video. He said I guess he left his phone somewhere else, but he was like the sleep was more peaceful. And I can agree to that. When that phone is not right by you, not directly up on you, especially sleeping with it, you done fell asleep with the shit next to your damn head, which I'm guilty of that, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I do be watching lessons when I go to sleep, but I have to get better about that, man. But, watch yourself, man. Watch and pray. Be circumspect because we are living in the last days, and these days are evil, man. So again, just wanted to touch on that. I seen that video and just like, hey, by the spirit hit me. So, hey, beware, man. These are the days and times we're living in. With that, Kwame Yashala.